Hi, my name's Mark Travis, and I want to welcome you to the sandbox. Now, by that I mean I want to welcome you to that place where we all used to play as kids and create magical worlds in the sand, whether it was a sandbox or at the beach. And you know what I mean. You know what that was like. Now, I'm looking forward to meeting you and talking with all of you on the 26th. We're going to have a great time. But first, let me tell you a little bit about me, just so you know who I am. When I started in this business many years ago, I started out as an actor, and then I became a writer, and then I became a director, and I still do all three. But then there was a point in my career that I added another function, which was consulting, coaching, and teaching. And what happened during that part of my career was I got to meet and work with some of the most amazing artists in the world, because I had traveled all over the world teaching. And I got to work with directors and actors and writers who are extraordinary. Now, my background, just so you know, is theater. I started out in theater. And because I'm a theater director primarily, I love to experiment. So as I was teaching and as I'm directing and as I'm exploring all these aspects of our storytelling, I keep experimenting. And this experimenting has led to the discovery of new techniques, new ways for actors and writers and directors to work together. And this collection of techniques is called, appropriately, the Travis Technique. You may have heard of it. You'll hear more about it on the 26th. Now, I'm giving you now just a little taste of what we'll be covering. One important aspect, obviously, of the storytelling process on the stage or in television or in feature films is when directors and actors work together. And how do they get those performances that we all want? It's always a challenge. Now, one thing I discovered in all my years of working with actors and writers and directors is that many directors are uncomfortable. Let's put it that way. They're just uncomfortable working with actors. And a lot of actors are uncomfortable working with directors. And I discovered one reason is they're speaking a slightly different language. Directors do know what they want. Really good directors know what they want. But they're not clear on how to articulate it to an actor, so that the actor can give them the performance that they want. So we end up with result directing. You all know what that is. Give me this result. Give me these emotions. Actors don't really like that, and they will usually sort of listen to it and then go off and do the best they can. So I kept thinking, there must be a better way. Isn't there a better way? And so I would keep experimenting, and I tried a lot of things, and most of them failed, lots of failures. But then one day in Amsterdam, when I was teaching there, I said to a director who was in the workshop, I said to him, what would happen if you stopped directing the actor? What would happen if you started directing the character? Just the character. Now, when I heard that, I wasn't quite clear what I meant, but I did have a feeling I was on to something really good. Now, that was many, many years ago. And since then, and all the years since, I've kept exploring that approach. What happens is if we, directors, writers, and actors, step out of the way of the process, stop trying to control the process, stop trying to get or give the performance that we think is the best, what happens if we get out of the way and let the character exist authentically, all by himself or herself? Let the character decide how to respond to every moment in a scene. Now, I'll be talking about this on the 26th. And on the 26th, I'll give you a lot more details on how it works. Unfortunately, I won't be able to demonstrate it with actors, but that could come at another time. So, come, join me on the 26th. We'll talk about the Travis Technique. We're going to talk about new ways of actors, writers, and directors working together. Bring your friends. But also, I want you to bring your questions. Really, tough questions. We're going to have a Q&A at the end. I will answer as many of your questions as possible because I want to hear from you. I want you to challenge me. I want us, you and me and all of us, to get into the sandbox together and create a world of magic, to find out what's really going on, to stimulate our imaginations. We can do this. We together can always continue to find a better way. I'll see you on the 26th. Meanwhile, please be safe, take care of yourselves, have a good week or two until the 26th. I'll see you then. Bye.